Tonight on the main event, reigning champion Unleashed will be accepting a challenge from Armageddon on tournament decision. Let's check out the terrain with Greg's Battleground Reconnaissance.
Tournament Decision is a ranked 1v1 map set in a yellow zone. Players start out with 2 nearby spikes in a medium green tib field. In the center of the map is a protected EMP with 2 capturable turrets. To the north is an open green expansion field, and in the southeast are 2 shielded expansion fields. Players tend to prefer grabbing their half of these divided southern expansion fields rather than fighting over the northern one. Since this is a tournament map, the starting areas are mirrored. Today we've got 2 challengers hailing from the Ukraine. Our first, Unleashed. He won both of his games in the Battlecast 5 last week. His ladder rank is 121. Up against him we've got Armageddon, ladder rank 101. Jason, who do you think's gonna win?
Well, normally I like to go for the underdog, but in this case, our hometown hero is going to be Unleashed.
I didn't know we were from the Ukraine, but hey, you know what? If you're gonna go for Unleashed, I'm gonna go for Armageddon.
Let's see how this shakes out. Tonight's matchup is between Unleashed and Armageddon on Tournament Decision.
Here we are on Tournament Decision with Unleashed playing as Reaper and Armageddon playing as the Black Hand. Jason, what are we going to see today?
Well, Unleashed has won 2 of his 5 matches in previous Battlecast Primetime, and now he's getting challenged by Armageddon. So we're going to see him defending his title.
We got 1 War Factory up. I mean, there hasn't been much of a ground battle to speak of yet. Nobody is unleashing or apocalypsing anything right now.
The second they tech up and start throwing stuff into the field, we should see some fireworks.
Definitely, and there's that Reckoner all loaded up with a Black Hand from the looks of it. Look at that, the second it deploys, up comes the storm columns. There were already buzzer hives there. This was doomed from the start.
We see these heavy base defenses in the middle of their base, just defending stuff that's walked right in and planted.
Reckoner headed back. What is this guy gonna do other than get shot up real bad by that tripod?
Maybe it's just sort of a player attention distraction. Oh wait.
Ooh.
So that's a commando in there.
The commando takes out the tripod.
That was unpleasant.
Oh, and there goes refinery number 1.
Running around all willy-nilly. Well, that was better than the previous attack. Actually, you know, he affected some damage on the base.
This is a real tactical battle. Lots of small-scale engagements going on. Every little bit's gonna help.
Commando attack
another commando. Will it work a second time?
It's apparently they have a resurrection chip here for all their redhead commando chicks.
Yeah, the problem with an attack like that is he doesn't have anything to follow it up with. I mean, this 1 Reckoner, it's like, how much does he expect it to wreck, really? You know, eventually, you gotta figure that this attack just is never gonna work. Because we've tried it a couple times, we did a little bit of damage, but not really paying the bills.
Well, he's changed his tactics, so it looks like he's gonna go into more of a heavy assault mode.
We've got the Redeemer in the house. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, but is that not a mega unit?
I believe it's an Eradicator.
Not only are we seeing the exact same thing from both players, but we're seeing it on 2 different factions. Jason, you think it's because they're both Ukrainian?
It has to be.
Who do you think's gonna take this one, Jason?
I would bet on the Eradicator. Meanwhile, you know, Unleashed is sending out a Prodigy. I think Unleashed.
And he gets teleported.
Yeah, the Prodigy teleported him right home. Great use of the Prodigy, and he's doing some clever stuff.
Yeah.
That,
wow.
however, will cause some harm.
Ouch. Well, look at that. The Eradicator teleported out again to safety by that Prodigy. You might want to think about bringing in something to deal with the little mind control guy. That's all I'm saying. It seems like every time there's an engagement, Unleashed comes out ahead. It's just that Armageddon is really dominating the sort of flow and cadence of the battle. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out.
Total rock'em sock'em robot battle.
Clash of the Titans. Doesn't look like
stuck
they're
his
doing...
laser right up that screen alien's nose and just blasted like crazy.
Yeah, the Prodigy
chillaxing. The screen for the winner.
No.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, this is bad news. I mean, when you're losing this battle, when you're like 3 feet away from your main base.
So you now finally have the Eradicator eradicating. He got this thing up to heroic because he's been teleporting it back the entire time.
The heroic Eradicator is nothing to mess with.
It
does a little victory dance.
The funky chicken.
Unleashed wins again.
Well, that was a great fight. Greg, who do you think gets the play of the match?
You know, I gotta give the play of the match to Unleashed. I mean, he really microed the heck out of his Eradicator. He kept it alive so long that it got to heroic status. And in patch 1.01, where the economy is really tuned down, where it's really all about small group micro and stuff like that, getting an epic unit to heroic, huge accomplishment. I really think it won him the game.
Well, that's all the time we've got for the main event. Send your comments to battlecast@ea.com and tune in next week for Command School.
And if you want to be the main event, post your challenge in the CNC TV forums. See you next time.